We are here in your house sports, NFL week number 13, lucky 13. It's your boy Vassos.
Fat Sam.
So we're already rounding the corner for the NFL season. Where did this season go? I mean, we were talking on the college football. It's like, what the hell happened? You know, where was the season?
It is definitely flying by. And some good football.
Yeah, it really is. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, dude, how many more games? It feels like we got a ton more games, but you look at the schedule, it's like we got 5 games left.
Yeah, was it 5? Yeah.
14.
Yep.
Week 18. Yeah.
18. Yeah.
So I was like, man, we got 5 more games left.
Yeah, man, it's nuts, man. This season it seems like as we get older, the days go by too fast.
Exactly.
It's like, yeah, right? Because listen to my kids, they were like, oh, I'm so bored. This day's going by so slow, and I'm like, speak for yourself, kid. It's like I got stuff to do, and I don't have enough time to do it.
Right. It's like I can see the hair. I can see my hair turning gray just right here sitting.
Man,
here.
For real. Yep.
But be sure to check out In Your House Sports, our YouTube channel. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment, all that good stuff. College football is on Mondays at 4 p.m. Central. NFL on Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Central. Facebook, In Your House Sports. Instagram, In Your House Sports. In Your House Sports is the Instagram, which I'm slacking on that. I keep saying I'm going to go ahead and put something new up there, and I'm just going to grab a screenshot of this, and I keep forgetting.
Yeah, same here with me with Twitter.
It's like I upload the thing to the YouTube, and I'm like, nah, okay, I'm done.
Yep. Yeah.
But so let's go ahead and dive into the past week's games, starting Thursday, kicking off the month of December. Dude, I don't know about you, but I'm not ready for Christmas.
No, neither am I.
Yeah, I say you have more to buy for than me, but I'm like, dude, I'm not ready.
Yeah, no, I'm not at all. At all.
But Thursday night game was the Bills taking on the Patriots. Bills winning 24-10. Josh Allen going 22 of 33, only 223 yards, 2 touchdowns. Stephon Diggs having another monster game, 92 yards receiving and a touchdown. Patriots hung around there early in that game.
Yeah, man. I think the Patriots are 6-6.
6-6. Yeah,
6-6. The Patriots are 6-6. Man, I think Mac Jones is their guy. I just don't know if they have enough talent around him.
They don't.
I mean, so their top receivers are Marcus Jones and Tyquan Thornton, which I love Thornton, but he's not a threat yet.
Yeah.
Let's just put it like that. He's not a threat yet. Marcus Jones had 2 receivings, 51 yards. Tyquan Thornton, 2 receivings, 31 yards. Those were the 2 highest receiving.
I mean, that team's built on running the ball. I mean, with their running backs, but if that running backs can't run, it's like those receivers. Right. It's like, well,
yeah. I mean, and Stevenson had 10 carries for 54 yards. Mac Jones was the second leading rusher with 7 yards, 3 carries, 7 yards. I mean, yeah, it is. It is, man. And so, but if you look at the Buffalo's rushing, James Cook 64 yards, Singletary 51 yards. Josh Allen even had 20 yards. Who else? Diggs, like you said, Diggs had 92 receiving yards. McKenzie is 44 yards. James Cook 41 yards. So he's passing the ball around,
Yeah, he's spreading it out. And he's not taking the big hits like he was early in the season. He's not running as much.
Yep. And so, the Bills, man, they got the Bills are a tough team, man. Who they got next? They got the Jets.
They got the Jets next.
The Dolphins is going to be a good game.
Yeah.
The Bears, the Bengals, and the Patriots again finishes off the season.
So I mean, they don't have an easy schedule, especially considering they're going to play their division rivals again, and two of them have already beaten them.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. So. No. Yeah. What was it? Go ahead.
I was going to say it'd be interesting to see if they can keep that number one spot right now.
Yeah. Yep. I mean, I think they will. Of course, the Dolphins, the way they've been playing, you really know you don't know what you're going to get with the Dolphins. I mean, they're not terrible by any means, but it's like, are you going to get the really good Dolphins or the Dolphins who are slightly not as good?
It's like you don't know if they're going to run all over you, if they're just going to throw the ball all over the place.
Exactly.
So,
exactly. So, yeah, I mean, like I said, definitely, I think the easiest win on there is probably the Jets.
No, the Bears.
Oh yeah, the Bears are what, 3-7 or something like that?
Yeah,
or no, 3-10.
Yeah, the Bears will be the easiest team on their schedule.
Yeah.
The Jets will only be easy, I think, if what's his name plays, Zach Wilson plays.
It's weird to hear that the Jets say the Jets could be a tough game.
Yeah. So moving away from that, we've got the start of the Sunday games. The Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Pittsburgh wins 19-16. That is a horrible looking score. But Pittsburgh improves to 5-7, and Atlanta drops to 5-8. Dude, Mike Tomlin.
Dude, did you see that video?
Yeah, I'm working here.
And they were just trying to tell you, yeah, Tomlin, stuff like that. Like they weren't even heckling him or anything like that.
Yeah,
they were just cheering him on, boy. But hey, if he's in the zone, he's in the zone.
I'm wondering if that's somebody he knew, or if he knew who it was and he knew exactly that he could say that, or if maybe he came up afterwards and was like, "Hey, man, I was messing around, right?"
I don't know, but it was great.
It was
great.
Fantastic.
It was awesome.
Mike Tomlin, man, love that guy.
Yeah.
Kenny Pickett, 16-28, 197 yards, 1 touchdown. Najee Harris leading the game in rushing, 17 carries, 86 yards. Atlanta finding a way to lose yet again. Story of the Atlanta Falcons history for the next, I don't know, how long has it been since they lost that? They blew that 28-3 lead. At least 7 years.
What is it about? It's at least. I just remember talking mess because they were winning.
Yeah.
And then I deleted all my posts after they lost.
So it was you that woke up Tom Brady.
Yeah, pretty much. Man, you know what's crazy? Because, looking at this, you got, of course, we know Pickett is a Steelers' future quarterback. They're going to stick with Pickett.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, they stuck with Roethlisberger all through his bad years and his rape seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they had to put up with Mason Rudolph. I mean.
Yeah. So, I mean, the Steelers will be all right in the long run. The Falcons, man, of course, the record is. Yeah, they don't. Mariota's not the quarterback for them.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm pretty sure they picked up Mariota because they're like, let's see what quarterback comes out.
Yeah.
Next year. And so I think if they had a better quarterback, the Falcons. I mean, because they're 5-8, they're 4-3. Yeah, was it 4-3 at home?
Is it 4-3
No,
at home?
4-3.
Yeah, 4-3 at home.
Yeah, 4-3 at home. Yeah, so they're they're not a terrible team.
They're in a lot of these games,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
they haven't figured out how to win. They're
Yeah.
still in that phase where uh, they just let it slip away at the end. They don't know how to
Yes.
finish the game.
Yeah. Because you got, I mean, the rushing yards. What? Patterson has 60 yards. What? Alligari at 52. Mariota has 17, but the receiving, I mean, 95 yards. Drake London. Um, Ferkser, 24 yards. Just kind of drops down from there. But
Yeah,
they're they're in these games, man. Um, and so hopefully they'll figure it out.
Nick could be a quarterback away
Yeah.
from because I mean they've got a decent defense. Their front
Yes.
seven, at least, they have a decent front seven. And if they can figure out the offense, man, I mean, the receivers are pretty decent. The running game
Yes.
is wow.
Yeah.
Who would have thought Cordero Patterson would have went from just a random return guy at New England to, a pretty awesome running back?
Yeah. Yeah. For sure, man. For sure. I mean, but like I said, that the Steelers will be all right. The
Yeah,
Falcons, the Falcons, I feel like they're just a quarterback away.
yeah.
Yeah,
Pittsburgh,
they're a quarter.
if Pittsburgh can get an offensive line and build around that, they'll be all right.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
they can't run the ball to save their life. I mean, it's a miracle that Najee Harris got 86 yards and he isn't like broke down.
Yeah. Yeah. For real. Yeah.
But all right,
But they
now
will.
move it. Oh, go ahead.
Both teams will be all right though.
Yeah,
And we know Tomlin's not getting fired. We know that.
yeah.
Um, so I
You
mean,
know, it'd be crazy if the dude still finds a way to go like 9-7, or what would it be? 9-8,
crazy.
9-8.
9-8.
That'd be crazy. He figured out a way to somehow get this team to 9 wins,
Be nuts,
maybe
man.
sneak in the playoffs, and it'd be wild.
And
It's
then,
like, dude, how did he do that with that team?
yeah. Yep.
But if
Yep.
anybody can do it, I got confidence Mike Tomlin can do it.
Heck yeah, man. But that's the thing. Pittsburgh, like, how many head coaches have they had in their franchise history?
Three.
3, 4,
Three.
3.
Chuck
Nuts,
Noll,
man.
Bill Cowher, Mike Tomlin.
That is crazy. You talking about an organization, man, of loyalty.
Right?
It's like, hey, you don't got a scandal. We're always in a fight. You know, um, that's just nuts, man.
Yeah, that's wild. It's just, hey, whenever you're ready, you can step down.
Yeah, yeah.
The
Crazy.
contract will be on your desk. Just sign it whenever it's done. So, all right. Moving on, we have Green Bay traveling to Chicago as Green Bay continues its dominance over the Bears, 28-19. Aaron Rodgers still owns Chicago.
Yeah, he's still a landlord in Chicago,
Yeah.
man.
He's still collecting rent at Soldier Field.
Yeah, he's still collecting rent. I
Dude
think
will be
this
70 years old and still beating the Bears.
man. What? So now, like, wait, it's official that the Bears are eliminated, right?
Yeah, they're officially eliminated.
Yeah, 3-10, man. Whew.
And that's so sad
Jeez.
because, man, I feel so bad for Justin Fields. It's like they finally got the offense rolling, and he's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's Justin Fields or bust.
Yep. Yeah, because with Justin Fields went 20 for 25. I mean, ain't not bad at all, right?
Yeah, he's over 200 yards passing. I mean, dude, it's like, what
Not
more
only
can you
that,
ask for him?
yeah, I mean, not only that, he had 71 rushing yards. He had the highest rushing yards. Montgomery had 61. Let me see. Evans had 21. The receiver core, St. Brown had 85.
Oop. Samuel, technical difficulties, losing Samuel there. But yeah, so where are we at? Let's see. So yeah, he said St. Brown had 85 yards. Oh, there we go. Lost you there for a second.
Man, what happened?
I don't know. I looked up and I was like, oh my God, he's gone. I was going over the stat line, and I was like, he stopped in the middle, and I was like, oh, he gone.
Yeah. I don't know what my screen just turned black, and I was like, oh.
You were like Aaron Rodgers' family. Just gone.
Just gone. just gone. But yeah, Kamara has 60 or 72 yards.
Yeah.
So that they're from the stats, of course.
Yeah.
They have a decent offense.
If they can build a receiving core to go along with that running game, because those running backs, Montgomery and was it not Khalil? Is it Khalib? I think is his name.
Mm-hmm.
I should know. I have him on my fantasy team, but with him being injured, I done forgot his name. Herbert, my bad. Khalil Herbert. See, I knew I was right somewhere. Yeah, with Khalil Herbert, they and even Ebner, you've got a good core of running backs back there.
Yeah.
So if you can add a receiver, maybe another, Komet stepping up as a tight end, if you can add at least one more receiver, I think you've got a solid squad. Now, you got to shore up the defense again. You got to redraft defense, considering you've been getting rid of all your defensive players that were worth the damn.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, man.
But,
Aaron Rodgers went 18 for 31, 182 yards, 1 TD. A.J. Dillon, 93 yards rushing. Watson, 46 yards. Aaron Jones, 26. Lazard, 67 yards pass or catching, receiving. Watson, 48 yards. A.J. Dillon, 26 yards. Man, they're just spreading that ball around big time.
Yeah. And that's kind of low percentage for Rodgers to go 18 for 31.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of that too was drops, and they were behind the majority of that game. It took until late fourth quarter for them to finally get ahead, and then to finally put the knife in or put the final nail in the coffin of Chicago. So, Aaron Rodgers, even when he's struggling in Chicago, still finds a way to win.
Yep, still, man. And they're not eliminated from playoffs yet, so.
Not yet, yeah. So they've got it's a long shot, but they've got a chance.
Basically got to win out, huh?
Pretty much. They got to win out, and they got to hope that because they're not winning that division.
No.
They're not winning the division. They just got to hope that, all the wild card teams keep losing.
Yes.
So, anyway, moving on to the game of the week. It's a battle of the cats as the Jaguars travel to Detroit to take on the Detroit Lions. Detroit wins 40-14.
Man.
Lions pride over there.
Dude, the Lions. Taking kneecaps.
Yeah.
Biting off kneecaps, taking names, man.
Right. Taking out years of frustration on Jacksonville right there.
Man, yeah. What Detroit Lions, they're 5-7.
Yeah.
Right?
They're ahead of Green Bay in the division.
How many games did they win last year? 2? 1?
2 or 3. I don't remember.
2 or 3. I remember that one. Tucker messed up that one with that 61-yard field goal or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was like 66 yards, and then
66
they tied that game against Pittsburgh.
Yeah. So man, Jared Goff, man, 31 for 41, 340 yards, two touchdowns. You have Swift 62 yards, Williams 35 yards.
St. Brown leading receiving at 114.
114, man.
They've got a squad. They've got a
Yeah.
squad. You know,
Yeah.
especially they've got enough talent on offense. Now, if they can add maybe one more receiver to go with that, you know, it sucks they got rid of Hawkinson. You
Yeah.
know, but
Yeah.
you know, they can refill that spot, or even, you know, with two more receivers. And of course, they're supposed to get what was his name, Williams from Alabama,
Mm-hmm.
who's been hurt all season and is supposed to, you know, come back here either this week or it was next week that he's supposed to return from injury.
Yeah.
I think once he gets going and acclimated to that offense, I mean, that's really going to help the
Yeah.
receiving game. And it's just up to Jared Goff not to be Jared Goff.
Yeah, man. I mean, Detroit, man, showing that they're improving. Hopefully the ownership will keep them. You know, it's like,
Have some
hey,
patience, yeah.
yeah. I mean, who was their head coach before Matt Patricia? It was that black dude. God,
Jim
dang it,
Caldwell?
what's his name? Jim Caldwell. I think they went like 9-7, and they fired
They made
him.
they made the playoffs, and that's when they lost to Dallas, and they fired him.
Yeah, and they fired him. Yeah, and they fired him.
It's like, bro, y'all
Yeah.
missed the playoffs last year. Weren't even, you know, you were picking in the top 5, and here, you know what it was? They were like, you know what? We didn't get a top 5 pick this year. You're fired. We don't do that around here.
What it was. We don't do that. We're not top 5. Something's wrong.
Yeah.
You know? But then Matt Patricia win and sucked it up, and now you got Dan Campbell, man, who's just, man, you could tell he's a player's coach, man.
Yeah, you can tell those guys love playing for him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one thing.
Oh, yeah.
Even when they were getting blown out, what was it, like 40-0 against New England? That those guys were still out there fighting.
Yeah, for real, man. I mean, like I said, 5-7, man. Not eliminated from playoffs. I mean, who they have next? Let's see. They got the Vikings. Whew, that's going to be a good one. The Jets, Panthers, Bears, and Packers.
So they've got a chance to finish above 500.
Yeah, of course I think they'll lose to the Vikings, but
yeah.
the Jets could be, of course, Panthers, Bears, and maybe even Packers, man.
Yeah, I mean they've got a chance to make the wild card. They really do, especially with in the NFC, how that wild card is just all jumbled up.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Right now, you've got one wild card team that's really good, and the rest are just kind of meh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. But the Lions, man, got to be ready for them.
Yeah. Jacksonville continuing to be the clowns, but hey, they got more wins than they had last year, so
man,
I guess
for
it's
real,
not that bad.
It's improvement.
Yeah,
and nobody's getting kicked.
You know, I think you know what it was. They had to have a deep fried rat, and that's why they would have won.
That's what it was.
At home, if they'd have been playing at home and had the deep fried rat before the game, I think they might have been able to pull it out.
Yeah. Yep.
So, and then moving on, staying in the NFC North, we had the New York Jets go to Minnesota to take on the Vikings. Vikings win 27-22 in a thrilling finish, coming down to a 4th down and 10 near the goal line. Mike White had to fire the ball into the end zone, and of course it gets picked off. But hey, man, Jets team, that Jets team, dude, they're getting to that point now where they're like Detroit.
Yeah,
they're never out of it.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, what Mike White went, 31 for 57, 369 yards.
Yeah.
I mean, rushing. Rushing Knight had 90 yards. Elijah Moore 10. Garrett Wilson had 162 yards, man.
Yeah. I mean, that team has got talent on offense. They've, especially at receiver, that receiving core is pretty good.
Yeah.
And it's just they were a quarterback getting held back by quarterback play with Zach Wilson, who just, I don't know, for whatever reason, he just It's like he locks on his first guy, and that's it.
Yeah, yeah. He doesn't look around or nothing like that.
And he's like,
See
okay,
his
I'm
next
not going to
options
run. Yeah, I'm not going to run. I'm just going to sit here.
and wait for that guy to be open.
Yeah. Versus Mike White, he's
Yeah,
just like, screw it. I think he's
yeah.
open. He may not be, but I'm going to throw it anyway.
Yeah, you got what? Kirk Cousins, 21 for 35, 173 yards.
Just
Dalvin Cook,
Minnesota.
86 yards. What's up?
I was going to say, just Minnesota finds a way to win. That's kind of been
Yeah.
their MO all season long, is just find a way to win and just keep
Man,
piling up them wins.
10-2, man. 10-2.
It's crazy. I mean, I thought they'd win the division, but I did not think they would win it, like running away with it like they are.
Yeah. Yeah, because they got the Lions next week. Colts, Giants, Packers, Bears.
They got a chance to win out.
They do. I think that Lions game is going to be a tough game. Colts, I think that's a win. Giants. The Giants is going to be a tough one. Yeah, that go back and forth. Packers and Bears. The Packers, man. If the Packers is playing for a playoff spot by the time they play, man, that's going to be a very good game.
I think as long as they stay, because that's the second to last game, the Packers.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so if say Philly drops another game, and I think they play all the way through, trying to get that number 1 seed. But I think if they're like, all right, if maybe they drop one of those games and they're like, okay, we can't catch them, let's just go ahead and rest or not play as, let's not go all out against Green Bay.
Yeah.
And then definitely against Chicago, we're just going to kind of play it safe.
Yeah. I mean, wasn't who did that one year? The Colts, where they were like undefeated in like the last 2 games. They did
sat
that.
Everybody. Yeah.
They set everybody, and I think they got eliminated like that first or second round after that, or in the playoffs.
Yeah, they got eliminated in they had the bye, and then their first game they got.
Yeah, first game. Yeah, I mean, because it's almost
the Jets of all people.
Yeah, I mean, my thing is though, like if you do that, like let's say if by the time they go to Green Bay, if they're 14-2 or whatever they are, or whatever they'll be, man, you wouldn't want. I don't know, me personally, I wouldn't want to mess up no rhythm, but yet I understand you don't want to risk getting hurt.
That, but and the thing with them, it's like they got to hope that because they're 2 games behind Philadelphia, because Philadelphia has a tiebreaker. So not only do they have to lose, one more game for them to be even, they've got to lose a second game just to get ahead. So that's what I'm thinking. If say they lose a game and Philly stays where they are, come that time, they might just go, all right, you know what? Let's kind of pull things back a little bit. They'll probably play. They'll probably play the whole game, but I don't think they'll be as willing to, hey, if a guy's hurt, hey, just sit him down.
Yeah. Like even if it's a little sting or something.
Yeah. Hey man, just stay on here. You'll be all right.
Yeah.
So, but Minnesota taking it away, running away with the division, 6-1 at home. Crazy.
Yep.
Oh man, and then I guess this depends on if you're a Eagles or Cowboys fan. A dreadful game next in the NFC East. The Washington Commanders tie the New York Giants 20-20. Taylor Heineke going 27 of 41, 275 yards, 2 touchdowns. Brian Robinson 21 carries, 96 yards. Terry McLaurin 8 catches, 105 yards and a touchdown. Commanders, staying alive. Bad Memorial and all. Bad statue, bad everything, bad plumbing in their facility, but they're staying alive and continuing to rack up wins, in this case a tie. So it depends. We'll see how. There we go.
I don't know what's going on, man. I don't.
Your password. Your wife changes the password to your name, and all of a sudden you keep getting logged out.
Man, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. It'll probably happen again
Yeah.
in
But
the
yeah,
next 15 minutes.
right. But yeah, so the Commanders just hanging around.
Yeah, it just shows how how bad Wentz was, man.
Right.
I
Shows how,
mean,
I think it does two things. He said it shows how bad Wentz is, and it shows how good of a coach that Rivera is.
yeah, oh yeah, man, and I feel bad for Wentz, man, because I mean, what he was injury prone in Philadelphia. Uh, which how long was he in Philadelphia? 3 years,
For
four,
I think
and
4 years. I think
in his
because
first two years,
he's been in the league as long
Dak,
as
right?
Dak and Jared Goff.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, Wentz's first year in Philadelphia was, I mean, he was on it, but then gets hurt. Second year was his second year. It was like MVP season or something like that, and
I think it was like his
he
third year. He
third
was
year,
MVP.
and yeah, and he was just killing it, man. And it just, I don't know, man. I can't imagine, uh, like what goes through their head,
So
because it's like a
this is his sixth season.
sixth season.
Yeah,
Yeah. So was that five? No, four. Yeah, four
four in Philly, and
with
then
New
four in
York.
Philly,
I
and then
mean New York.
one with the Colts, and
Colts.
then yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I just feel bad for that guy, man. And then his Taylor Heineke. He sounds like his name belongs on like a ketchup bottle or something. Taylor Heineke. I'm try this Heineke ketchup. You know.
Makes me think Heineken
Yeah. Yeah.
Heineken beer.
Uh, but
But I mean, the Giants had this one. They had it and they let it slip away.
yeah.
Rivera was perfectly content with playing for a tie because I think the way he's looking at it, he's like, you know what? If we lose, that hurts us. If we win, that's great. But if we tie, I think this will be an added or a plus for us at the end of the season. So he's over there playing chess, and Brian Daboll's over there. Now screw this, we're gonna win.
Yeah. Yeah. We're going for the win.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. I mean, it it's definitely so. I hate ties, man.
yeah,
I hate it. They should go
yeah.
to a kickoff where the field goal kicker's got to kick from 25 and then 35 and then 45
Right.
and almost like a pin like penalty kicks.
Yeah.
It's
Or
like
the, or they could adopt the college rule where you're at the 2 yard line and you go for two
yeah,
and you
yeah,
just you
something.
go until the next person misses.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. I hate it, man. I hate looking at the score.
Yeah. But yeah, man. And the funny thing was that kick looked like it was good. It's just like Justin Tucker's kick last week. It's like it looked like
Uh-huh.
it was good once it came off his foot, and then it just kind of died.
Yeah.
Once it apexed, it was like, yeah, no.
No.
That
Yeah.
kick needed some blue chew.
Needed some blue chew.
Yeah.
That's funny.
But yeah, so both teams tie. So check this out: Giants 7-4-1, Commanders 7-5-1. That NFC East is just leading the pack as far as the NFC is concerned, as far as the best
Yeah.
division,
Well, which was crazy because that NFC East, everybody was talking about was going to be terrible.
right? And I mean, what was it
He,
last season and then the last 2 seasons? It's been like the
oh, they were
worst.
bad. Yeah, the
Yeah,
worst division.
I mean, you had
Yeah.
a under 500 Washington team make the playoffs the year Tom Brady
Yeah.
won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yep.
man, it's like what the hell happened? I mean, look at the NFC or the AFC East now. You know, that division's the best one in the AFC. All of them
Yeah.
are 500 or better. So
Yeah. What would you say? The AFC East?
the AFC East, yeah,
Buffalo. Yeah. Buffalo, Miami, Patriots. Yeah. New York.
and the Jets, yeah.
I think the this weakest team, that's the word I was looking for. Weakest team is what, New England. Out of that.
Yeah, it's 6-6, yeah.
Yeah.
But still
Hell,
still 500.
yeah. Yeah. And the AFC South just need to
Terrible.
just stop playing football.
Yeah. It's pretty much just the Titans at this point.
Yeah, that's nuts, man.
So
That's nuts.
then we had the Broncos go to Baltimore and lose 10-9. Story of the game: Lamar Jackson going down with a knee injury. Not said to be season ending, but it's going to be day to day, week to week, which sucks for Lamar.
Yes, it does, and it sucks for my fantasy football team. Definitely sucks for my fantasy. I mean, but I don't know, man. The Ravens, man, they have been playing terrible these past couple of games, man.
Yeah.
Has it? I mean, they won. They won it yesterday. They beat the Jaguars.
No, they
But
lost
like
to
against,
Jacksonville.
oh, they lost to Jacksonville. That's what it is. But like even the Panthers, man, were holding them, um, for a while there. I mean, it's just like I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Baltimore, man. It's I don't know if they're um, teams are figuring them out or what. But man,
You
they're
think
just
it's a
like
case of Lamar just pressing too much, like trying to do too much instead of just doing what's there or taking what they're giving him?
possibly. Um, I mean, yeah. I mean, it could be. I mean, they don't have one dominant receiver.
Yeah.
I mean, you have Mark Andrews who had 53, uh, 53 yards receiving, but that's what you're tied in. Then after that it was 41 receiving. Robinson, Duvernay 34, Likely 30, Drake 17. So they don't have that one dominant receiver, to that Lamar can count on.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and even like the rushing, Hutley had the most rushing yards, 41, and then Drake 29.
It's like as deep as
Uh,
they are at running back, those running backs themselves aren't like game changers.
right, right, yeah, and I don't. Yeah, I mean, it's just tough, man. I mean, you probably are right that Lamar Jackson is you know trying to do too much.
I mean that, and he's playing for his contract. He's playing for his money, and he's like,
Hmm.
man, I got him do all this myself.
Yeah,
He's really trying to do the ultimate "f you, pay me."
yeah,
And
yeah.
if you
Which
and
I
if
mean, he should have got paid already.
yeah, so
He
I
should
think
have
the
got
biggest
paid
hang
too.
up there is the biggest hang up is the guaranteed money. Because I
Hmm.
think he wants either fully guaranteed or like 80% guaranteed.
The Browns messed that up, man, for
Yeah,
everybody.
the Browns just opened a can of worms, and I think what was it Kyler Murray got, what was it, almost, was it like 75% guaranteed?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, and if you think, I mean, if you look, I mean, Lamar Jackson deserves more than Kyler Murray, that's for sure.
Yeah,
So, and I know Lamar Jackson knows that. He was like, oh, no, you at least going to give me more than this guy.
yeah. You gonna
Like,
give me more than this sawed off midget over here.
yeah, you going to give me more than him.
You gonna
And
give me more than
so,
that child. I am 3 times the size of him.
you got Russell Wilson, man. The dude, the Broncos are just trash,
The
man.
Broncos are terrible. So terrible. And they had Super Bowl aspirations, playoff aspirations. It's just like, bro, how can you be that bad?
Pete Carroll knew something, man.
Pete Carroll did the voodoo. He did the bruja on him. That's what it was.
That's it. Pete Carroll knew something. He knew Russell Wilson wasn't that man anymore. That's why I was like, man, go ahead, trade him off, do whatever. Like we don't need him.
We'll stick with butt grabbing Geno. So
yeah, exactly. I mean, and that team, man, and the reports coming out, man, that team hates Wilson, or at least half of them.
Yeah, half of them, at least only half of them showed up to his birthday. And even then, how many of them were just like they felt obligated probably to go?
Yeah.
Like, man, you know what? Let's just go. I mean, yeah, he sucks right now. It's kind of fake, but at least let's just show up. Make it look like we don't hate him.
Yeah, exactly, man. And I mean, I don't know what to say about the Broncos, man. I think we could be on agreement that the head coach is about to get fired. Was it Hackett? Nathaniel
Hackett? Yeah, I could see that.
Hackett?
Yeah, I can definitely see him already getting fired.
It's cheaper to fire him than let go Wilson.
Right.
I mean, because like honestly,
you gave him all that money.
Yeah, I mean, not only that, who's going to take over that contract?
Oh, ain't nobody. And then you still got to pay a good chunk of that. So it's like,
yeah,
well,
and nobody wants him right now.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what if they just go with the Niners? Say, hey, you give me Purdy, we'll give you Wilson. You know,
I think San Francisco will be like, nah, we're good.
You give us Purdy, we'll give you Wilson. We'll pay whatever we need to with Wilson. Just get him out of our locker room. You know,
he's doing high knees in the dressing room right now, even though we just had a press conference.
I mean, what's crazy is though, man, just like the reports coming out of like you got to go through his assistant to see him.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
You have your own office in the locker room. It's just
alienating yourself.
Yeah, big time, man. It's like nobody wants to be around that guy.
Yeah.
You know, so especially when you're supposed to be the leader of the team. You know, I don't know. I think coming from a Christian, I think he's too Christian to be in that locker room. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
yeah.
Like he's in the middle of the field. I'm pretty sure he's listening to Christian music and doing all of this and all of that. And I'm pretty sure he has his own office. He does his does his Bible studies, all of this stuff, and tries to get focused. Man, but man, that's a good thing. Don't get me wrong. I'm not crapping on that or anything like that. But you need your boys.
I mean, look at Tebow. Tebow wasn't doing all that.
Exactly. The biggest thing Tebow did was kneel down and pray or on one knee.
And granted, he wasn't the best quarterback, but right now it's like, is he better than?
But you knew he was the leader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he wasn't above everybody.
Nah, and I think that's what it is, honestly. Like when I'm looking at the stuff, I'm like, okay, he probably has his own office because he wants to get his mind right. He probably don't want to listen to no negativity. He probably doesn't want to listen to this type of music and all that stuff. Like, man, suck it up. God dang. Right. You're not going to go to hell for one cuss word. Promise you. You know, it's just like,
right.
You know, you're not going to go to hell and listen to some Tupac here and there. You know, I honestly feel like that's what it is, man. It looks like it, and the stories you're hearing is that he's above everybody.
Yeah, I mean,
you know,
that's just it's funny just because now you look at like the defense from Seattle and they all have something negative to say about him.
Yeah, man,
it's
big time.
It's like they figured it out pretty quick, and they're like, we don't like this guy.
Yeah,
the big report is he's fake. He's a fake person.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. He's too Christian for his own good, man. And I don't, again, that's coming from somebody who has preached before.
Yeah,
Just
as I say,
like,
either he's too Christian or he's pretending to be too Christian. One of the two.
well, one of the two. Yeah, yeah. Hey,
That's
that's
it.
a good point.
I was
That's
gonna
a
say
good
because
point.
he's practicing for a televangelist role after football, and now he can throw the football 50 yards. Put the
Yeah,
money in
yeah.
there.
Because hey, I believe Jesus can do miracles, but he ain't gonna win football games for you.
And
You,
now
you
you can
need
throw the football over the mountains over there.
you need your boys, that's for sure.
Yeah,
And
but
so and that's and he
oh, there we go. There we go. It happened again. But yeah, Denver continuing to be the biggest, I think, disappointment of the season as they fall to 3-9. The Ravens improved to 8-4. What the crap? It says his thing. There we go. There
huh?
we go. Oh,
told
there we
you
go.
told you
Yeah.
it was gonna happen again in 15 minutes.
All
I
right,
don't know what's gonna yeah.
we'll try and get through this before it does it again. But yeah, like I said, the Broncos easily continuing to be the biggest disappointment this season, with just how much promise and all that they had.
Yeah.
So anyway, moving on to disappointment, we had the Cleveland Browns travel to Houston. Deshaun Watson returning to the starting lineup and getting booed mercilessly by the Houston crowd. The Browns win 27-14. 21 points of that was put up by the defense and
Yep.
special teams.
Yeah. I mean, Watson only went 12 for 22, 131.
And interception in the end zone.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's just bad.
It was just a
Kyle
bad game.
Allen. Yeah, it was, man.
It
Kyle
was
Allen
terrible.
went 20 for 39, 201 yards. Yeah.
And he's no better than freaking Davis Mills at this point.
Nah.
I think I think once he threw what was it? I think in the second half, I think he just what was it? There was a drive where he literally took a sack, way overthrew the receiver, and then like wasn't sure what the hell to do, and just threw the ball into the ground. Like he short hopped it, and then I think the next drive it was like sack, overthrow, and I was like, at that point, I was like, all right, get him out.
Yeah.
Lovey, put Davis back in, or just
Yeah,
direct
man.
snap to Dameon Pierce every play, and just see how it goes from there. Just run Wildcat the whole game. Can't be any
Like
worse.
do something, right? Do
Yeah.
something. No, the Browns are just terrible. They'll have the number one pick in the draft.
I mean, Texans are terrible.
Oh yeah, Texans. Yes, I'm sorry. Texans terrible. They'll have the number one pick in the draft. CJ Stroud, does he stay 1 year just to avoid getting picked by the Texans?
I don't know. I think it'll be Bryce Young that gets picked.
Bryce Young.
I think
Maybe he stays 1 more year.
Maybe.
He's like, nah, I need to go. I need to stay in school. I need
Yeah.
to stay in school.
I got to get this doctorate degree real quick.
Yeah.
My NIL deal is going to cover my rookie salary.
Man, for real, right?
He'd be
For
like,
real.
hey, Coach Saban, you think you can up the NIL a little bit more?
I don't want to go play with Texans, man.
Yeah. So, yeah, that the less we talk about it, the less it hurts.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I expected Watson to struggle. I had a buddy of mine.
Oh yeah.
Was like, dude, Deshaun Watson is going to destroy us. I said, nah. I said, he's going to struggle. He's going to come out and struggle. I expected him like late third quarter, early fourth quarter to kind of figure it out and then kind of lay it on.
Yeah.
But I was wrong. He didn't get it at all.
Nah. It's going to take him a little bit to get going. That's for sure. I mean, was he even allowed in the building?
I think once the season started, he wasn't.
he wasn't allowed.
I think
So
the
I mean,
only time I think he was allowed to come back the last like 2 weeks. I think it was during the
so
bye, and then last week he was able to come
last
back.
week. I mean, just think about the chemistry he needs
Right.
with
With his receivers and
the
all that.
receivers.
But then he
And
hadn't
that's going to
played
be
football. He hadn't
yeah. I
played
mean,
it
because
down in like almost 2 years.
2 years, yeah, yep. I mean, because you got the Bengals, they got the Bengals next. They got the Ravens, Saints, Commanders, and Steelers. They could possibly lose all those games right there.
Yeah,
I
they
mean,
really could.
that
And you've got this guy you traded and gave, $283 guaranteed dollars to.
yeah, which I think they will of course they'll be like, man, whatever. He didn't play down.
Yeah,
We'll go into next year.
right. We'll just use this top pick and get another big time receiver to help out Amari.
Yeah, for sure.
So then we go on to the 3:00 games. We have the Seahawks outlast the Rams. The Seahawks win 27-23, and the Super Bowl curse continues. Super Bowl hangover.
Terrible.
At this point, it's just kind of filling in bodies for the Rams at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody's hurt.
Everybody, yeah. I mean, they were terrible in the beginning anyways. But at this point, yeah, it's just one of those things that it's just like, dang, just get out there, guys. Go try.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, you think if you're Aaron Donald, you're thinking, man, maybe I should have retired.
Man, possibly, right? Nah, but I think that's kind of like let you know that Aaron Donald will be back next year because he's like, nah, we ain't ending like this.
I can't go out like this. Yeah.
Heck nah.
So, Seahawks improved to 7-5, keeping on pace, remaining one game behind San Francisco in the division, which Seahawks, kind of a shock this season. Nobody expected Geno Smith to be as good as he is.
Yep. That's what I'm saying. Pete Carroll saw something in Russell Wilson like, nah, we don't need him. We can win with this guy.
Yeah. So moving on to speaking of San Francisco, the 49ers continue to win as they improved to 8-4 as they beat the Dolphins 33-17. Kind of a beatdown. They lose Jimmy Garoppolo for the season with broken foot. But no Jimmy, no problem.
No Jimmy, no problem, man. The 49ers, man, they're just good.
Yeah.
They are a very good team, man.
Great, really good defense, good running game. Passing game doesn't need to be good, but they've got great receivers.
Yeah, Purdy went 25 for 37, 210 yards, man. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. So it looks like, of course, I mean, too, playing against the Dolphins, I mean, that he's probably going to be able to pick up the slack.
Yeah. I mean, the Dolphins' defense isn't terrible, but they give up a lot of yards. The Dolphins' defense relies on turnovers. When they can create turnovers, that's when that defense is dangerous. But if they can't create turnovers, more than likely they don't stop people.
Mm-hmm.
So San
Yep.
Francisco just run the football, just run the ball.
That's it. I mean, Dolphins are 8-4, 49ers 8-4. Dolphins hanging in there, man.
Yeah, Dolphins still only one game out.
Mike McDaniels, man, that dude is great.
Dude, I love that. And how often do you see a coach say, "Hey, no, y'all, that's on me. My bad. I effed up."
Yeah. Well, not only that, you see those videos of him talking to Tua in his helmet, but like Georgia is the best team in the SEC, and stuff like that. And then when he going up to his guys, you're like, "Hey, remember how you got the ball and you didn't let that guy tackle you? I like that."
It's like corny stuff like that, but it's great.
Yeah, it's
I like
awesome,
when
and
he
I
I
like.
like when he went to two and he says, "Yeah, I was watching. I got bored the other night and I couldn't sleep, so I started YouTubing your highlights from high school. Dude, your footwork is terrible."
Yeah. Yeah. And that dude's just a genius, man.
Yeah,
I want to know if they don't why they don't count him as a minority head coach, because he's half black, believe it or not.
I think they do. I think they try to remind everybody he's black. And they're like, "Nah, you white."
Yeah, nah, he's half black, man. That's which is
Yeah,
funny. I actually went to school with a kid like that, man, who was white, bro, but he's half black. Like
yeah,
his dad is black and his mama white. Like it's just weird.
yeah.
It be like that sometimes, man.
Right. He didn't get the right amount of chocolate in his pigmentation.
Yeah,
But
that's great.
yeah, move. Uh, 49ers keeping the lead there in the NFC West. Then we move on to probably the best game of the week with the. Oh, if my computer will go back to the score. There we go. As the Chiefs went to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. The Bengals win in a thrilling game, 27-24. Joe Burrow leading them on a last-minute comeback drive.
Yeah, that game should have been prime time, man.
Yeah, they should have flexed that game.
Yeah, that game should have been prime time,
Yeah,
or at least Monday Night Football,
yeah,
something. I mean, cause that was a great game. Sucks my Chiefs lost. Um,
yeah. How
and
did
I'll
Joshua
be
take it?
black. Burrow, man. He actually was at his cousin's house, so he didn't even watch the game.
Oh, okay, so I
They're
guess it's
too busy
probably
playing video games.
so. I guess that's a
Yeah,
good thing.
yeah. He wasn't, and he wasn't too upset when he found out because the Titans lost too, so he didn't have to hear his brother.
Yeah.
Uh, he didn't
Oh
have to
shoot!
hear
Did
his
I skip that
brother.
game? I guess I did skip that
Yeah,
game.
yeah. The Eagles and the Titans, 35. What was
Yeah,
it, 35 something?
I didn't even realize I skipped that game. Oh, okay, I
Yeah.
don't know what it was. I clicked it and it scrolled past it. Yeah, Titans
Mm,
beat the Titans lost big time to the Eagles. Eagles improving to 11-1. Jalen Hurts continue his playoff MVP push.
dominance.
So dominance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but
The
yeah,
Eagles
going
are just on a different level, man.
yeah. So yeah, the that was the best game. I mean,
Eagles, Cowboys, and Vikings.
yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah, the Bengals, man, just find ways to
I
win,
mean,
dude. Some
yeah,
RJP
because you
running
have,
full.
yeah,
There
yep.
we go.
I mean, 106
Six.
yards, 21 carries,
Yeah,
dude.
and then Jamar Chase. They were
Six
saying that
receptions, 49.
they were saying that he's had like a bruised or dislocated or a broken hip or something for like 3 games and continue to keep playing. And
Dude,
he
that's
was still,
amazing.
and he was still like going over 100 yards receiving.
Yeah, nah, that dude is good, man. The Bengals are a good team.
Yeah, and
The Chiefs, man. Who is it? Let me see. I mean, Chiefs are still going to win the division.
yeah,
But man, the Bengals, man,
yeah,
good football team.
good football team. So we'll probably see this matchup later on in the playoffs. So just a matter of how deep will it be in the playoffs.
Yeah,
Joe Burrow goes to 3-0 against Patrick Mahomes. So crazy.
man, that's nuts.
And
That's
then we
nuts.
had the Raiders taking on the Chargers. The Raiders win 27-20. Just when all that talk about Josh McDaniels getting fired, all of a sudden the Raiders rally.
It was just like, nah, man, we should have just kept on losing.
Right?
You know, get him out. No, but
Classic Chargers, though.
wait for this. Yeah, yeah. I don't
Talk about the Falcons finding a way to
I don't know,
lose.
man. Is it their head coach? Is that what we're?
I don't know,
Is that
man.
what
It's
we're?
just, I think it's just a culture thing. I think it's just the team.
Because Herbert went off. I mean, 335 yards. I mean, Eckler 35 yards rushing. He could have done more, of course. But Keenan Allen, 88 receiving. I mean, they spread the ball around very well.
The
But
Chargers
when
defense,
you had
man, just
yeah, I mean, when you had
when we
Devontae Adams go 177 yards,
and then give up 144 yards rushing, it's like, oh my god.
yeah, exactly right. And so the Raiders, man, still alive, 5-7.
Hanging in there. Josh McDaniels leaving to fight another day.
Yup.
All right, and then let's go ahead and let's rip the Band-Aid off. In the Sunday night game, the Dallas Cowboys beat the Indianapolis Colts 54-19. 33 points in the fourth quarter.
Fourth quarter, man.
And
Fourth
what was
quarter.
it like? Was it like 20 something? 20 something points of that was from the defense.
Yeah, because I mean, if you look at the stats, Dak only did 170 yards. I mean, threw for 170 yards. Pollard 91 yards rushing. Elliott 77. Let me see. CeeDee Lamb had 70 yards, 71 yards. So they spread the ball around pretty well. But if you go to their defense, they had one touchdown, one pick six. What else? And they had two interceptions. They had three interceptions. One of them was a pick six.
As there we go again on schedule. Broken like the Indianapolis Colts offense. Yeah, that was terrible. That was just awful to see. I hated watching it. I didn't even watch the fourth quarter. Oh, come on. There we go.
There you go. Yeah, it must be my internet connection. Terrible.
Yeah, I didn't even watch the fourth quarter. Once they threw that second or third interception, I was like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go send the email out to get Manny and Sam in here to record.
I mean, how many sacks? They had 3 sacks. Tackles for loss. They had 6 tackles for loss. Matt Ryan got hit 7 times. I mean,
Dude, I put it to you like this: I lost this week because of Dallas's defense.
Man,
God,
go ahead.
I went from projected to win by 10 points to losing by 10 points.
Man, yeah, same here. I lost 107-97, and I was ahead by 6 points, 6-7 points, and I had Pittman. I was like, oh, I got Pittman. I should be all right.
Yeah.
Then I looked on the other side. The guy had Dallas' defense. I said, oh, I'm done. I'm done. I'm. That's it.
Man, I had like a 35-point lead going into the game. I was like, all right, I'm done. I don't have anybody else playing. He has Maher and Dallas's defense. I'm like, okay, 35 points. I should be good.
Yeah. You would think, right?
I was like, I should be good. No, that didn't happen. That pick six got it down to like 2 points. And I'm like,
yeah, exactly.
And then those other turns, like, all right, I lost. I don't even want to look at the app no more.
Yeah. After, look at that, man. Everything's just jacking up for me today. Jesus Christ, man. Everything's falling over. But yeah, man, it was Dallas just dominated. They're 9-3, 6-1 at home. That's gonna be a tough division, man. Tough division.
Yep.
Let me see who does. Let me see. Dallas got Texans next week. Jacksonville. Then the Eagles. Of course, they would have to beat the Eagles and the Commanders, right, to win the division. Because
Yeah,
if they lose to if they lose to the Eagles, pretty much
Eagles
Eagles
clinch.
win
Yeah,
it, right?
yeah,
Clinch the division. So they have to win those two games for sure. But Texas, Jaguars, and Titans, those are all winnable games right there.
yeah.
That's for sure. But
Knowing Dallas, that will be the one game they lose is either to Houston or Jacksonville.
yeah,
They're due
yeah,
for one
yeah.
of those stinkers.
Yep. Yeah. And man, hey, OBJ was in Dallas, man, with the
At the Mavs game.
with Michael Parsons, was a CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah,
I think Elliott was there. I mean, so I mean he's in there. So we'll see, man. I mean, they need to go ahead and make a pick now.
right. OBJ just
So
like, hey man, I got all these teams. I ain't even showed up yet. I'll just wait till the playoffs to start
yeah,
and pick a team.
man, for real, man. And so I think he will end up signing with Dallas, but it's going to have to be a multi-year deal.
Yeah, and I'm sure that might be the only
So,
hang up. That might be the only hang up right now.
yeah,
Is Jerry's like, I don't know if I want to give him multiple years. I maybe just give him one, with a team option or something like that.
yeah. But I mean, if I'm Jerry, I'm like, man, I'll give you a multi-year deal.
Yeah.
Like I'll do it. Here you go. But we'll see.
And then the Monday night game, the old man still has some magic, still has some lead left in the pencil, as Tom Brady leads the Buccaneers to a come from behind win the last second to win the game 17-16. The Saints had him on the ropes, and they let him off the hook.
Yep. Had him on there, but Tom Brady still being Tom Brady, unfortunately.
Andy Dalton
You know,
found
but
another way to lose.
yeah, unfortunately, he's my quarterback in my like 20-team league or whatever it is, because there ain't nobody else.
Yeah.
And so he does enough for me to win. But I mean, the Bucks approved to 6-6, Saints 4-9. You know, that the Bucks are going to find their way into the playoffs.
Yeah, it's sad is that they'll be barely probably above 500 and still host a playoff game.
Yeah, I mean, because who's in that division? Atlanta, Carolina, and New Orleans. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're gonna win the division.
So it's like unless Tom Brady just falls off the cliff or hooks back up with Giselle and then he goes back to sucking. So I mean, it's anything can happen, but with Tom Brady, I would bet on the good side. So
yeah,
I wouldn't bet on him falling off the cliff anytime.
right.
So all right, let's go ahead and let's get in next week's picks real quick before we head out. We're already going over time, but let's go ahead and let's get this in. All right, so come on now. Stupid ESPN.
Yeah.
The website didn't want to. It's like
Thursday,
slowly. Go ahead.
Thursday we got Raiders and Rams.
Ooh.
I got the Raiders.
Yeah, I'll take the Raiders.
Then we go into Sunday, Jets versus the Bills. I'm going with the Bills.
I'm going to take the Jets.
Oh, wow.
I'll take the Jets.
Browns and the Bengals. I got the Bengals.
Bengals.
Texans and Cowboys. Oh, man. Cowboys going to put up 63.
No, I'm gonna pick Dallas. I can't even. I can't.
You're in denial, man.
That's what I said. But like I said, if Dallas is gonna drop any game between now and the next 5 weeks, it's gonna be either us or Jacksonville that they
Yeah.
dropped the ball. They're just like, we got this. Oh, damn, we forgot the game's at 1.
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought it was at 3.
Vikings and the Lions. Man, I got the Lions in this one.
They played close, and I think it came down to a last minute drive. Last time they played, but I'm gonna take the Vikings again.
They got Detroit by 2.5.
Wow.
Yeah. Jaguars and Titans. You know what? I got the Jaguars. I think the Jaguars are gonna do it.
Where are they playing at?
Tennessee.
Okay, yeah, I got Titans in.
Eagles and Giants in New Jersey. I got the Eagles. I'm gonna stick with the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm sticking with the Eagles.
Ravens and Steelers, and Pittsburgh. I got Pittsburgh, man. They got them favored by 3 right now.
Yeah, no Lamar. If there's no Lamar, then yeah, I got Pittsburgh.
Chiefs versus the Broncos in Colorado. I got the Chiefs. Broncos trash.
Is this the game Russell Wilson actually breaks? No, it's not. It's not. Chiefs. Oh.
Yeah. Bucks versus the Niners in California.
Mm.
I want to go with the 49ers, man. I think they're going to rally around Purdy. They're going to run the ball a lot.
Yeah. And that Bucks defense is getting pretty beat up.
Yeah.
And that's a physical team they're going to play against. Yeah, I got the 49ers as well.
Yeah. Panthers versus the Seahawks in Seattle. Yeah, I got Seahawks.
Yeah, I'll take Seattle.
Dolphins versus the Chargers in Inglewood. They got Miami favored by 3. I got the Dolphins.
Yeah, I'll take the Dolphins as well.
Yeah. Then Monday night game, New England versus the Cardinals in Arizona. I got the Patriots.
Terrible. That's a terrible Monday night game.
Bad. That should be a Thursday night game.
Right. Well, I don't know. Thursday night game's pretty bad too.
Yeah, ain't that good.
I'll take Arizona.
I'm gonna go with the Patriots. I can't stand Kyle Murray.
All 5'2" of them.
Yeah, all 5'2" of them, man.
But all right, that's gonna do it for this week. Appreciate y'all for joining us. Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. All that good jazz, that whatever the other people here on YouTube say. Follow us on Facebook, In Your House Sports, Instagram, inyourhouse.sports. This video goes up Tuesdays at 4 p.m. Central. College football at 4 p.m. Central on Mondays. Next week's college football is going to be fun.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be fun and rough.
Man.
Fun and rough at the same time. So appreciate y'all for joining us. I've been your boy Vasos.
Matt Sam.
Peace out. Y'all have a good one.
Yeah, next week. Does the bowl games actually start next week?